Hi, welcome back to another Morbid Sunshine. I won't be able to talk much for the next 10 minutes, okay? I hope you can hear me, everybody. I'm going to turn my volume up. No, that's not turning up. Okay, I'm going to share the document with you now on Bryana. It's a test. It's the transcript I've paid for. I'm not sure exactly how long. I think it's 150 pages of it. And it all was big, so I'm just going to check if that's on the screen. The important thing I forgot to do was pause the washing machine. I'll be starting in about 5 minutes. I'm just waiting for somebody to finish their work, and I'll be a second. I'm recording this as well as doing this live as well. The microphone seems to be working today. I hope you can hear me well. I've just got the microwave on for a minute. Sorry, I'm not looking at you. And this transcript I was really keen to look at because I felt that what I heard from certain outlets, channels, that it came to me, it just wasn't the dates, and I want to look into that, because it's a little bit of a sleuthy thing, having a YouTube channel. So I'm going to. Welcome from the UK, and I don't live in America, and granted, it's from somebody who's from England. Sorry, I'll start in 5 minutes. I'm shy, you see, and it's took me ages to get used to speaking, live. So I'm just waiting for them to sort of finish their work, and I'll be fine then, I'm scared of my own shadow, really. I was thinking of doing another channel, just strictly gaming. It's also called Gumshoe Poos. It's always my nickname on Roblox and everything. So if you type me in most places, if you type that in, it comes up with my Roblox, my what else? My YouTube channel. I'm going to put games on. I'll advertise it. I'll put a link down in the description. I hate getting work into the house. I don't want to be too worse for wear reading this, so I'm trying to be yeah. Just put it into a Google format because I had to put the watermark on it, I'm afraid, because it did cost me like 70 sterling, pounds. So I was sort of, a bit miffed with that. But that's my, I was a bit annoyed. But someone told me to get it, and it's all jumbled now. I've put it from PDF to this, but I get it. I've read a few transcripts before. The worst one was Peter Hackett's. It was just all over the shop. It was awful. Gave me a headache. I'm sorry, I can't see the chat, by the way, because I'm not sure why. For me, in order for me to see this, I have to be on, yeah, you know what I mean. But you are hopefully seeing this. I'll double check before we set up and finish. See, I have to record for my Patreon channel as well as this now, because this I'm going to start my Patreon channel today and start posting content up and post this on there for you guys. You know, download it yourself for so much, you know. It's worth it, you know, just because I'm reading it out, but it's good to have in your hand or on your computer to look at. Excuse my bad cough, but that's how it is. I've got loads of clean coughs just like this one. Yeah, it was just a surprise to me how quickly it changed when it came to cross-examination with the testimony with Bryana. And they're just curious to why it seemed to me that she was lying. And me, I can't say for Cassie because it was quite vague over the testimony. She wasn't a funk. Compared to Jane Doe, you know, it's she's been up for about a week now. No wonder she's pissed. You know, she's annoyed, all right, because she's been up there all day, all week. I'll be pissed. I don't care, you know, how patient she is with the FOs, but you drive the patience for any woman, that, yeah. So I do have sympathy. I really do. Even if it wasn't so clear cut, it was like a victim testimony, I feel that that's the problem. That's the problem. People don't understand that type of control, coercion. That's fine. What I feel personally, my synopsis of, I'll tell you later. Oh God, wait. Sorry, what?
Just letting you know, problem.
Oh, great.
So, yeah, if you go get a question, that's what happens. It should get, did you know? Yeah, I tried to fix it and see how it goes.
That's okay. Well, thanks so much.
I've had a quick go.
How many anyways? Oh, okay.
It's You know, it's just say it's a flush point. Yeah, that's right. It's not tight at all. It's not. Yeah, I think that in your I'm trying to glue it in, so if the glue sets and holds it, then if not, then that's pretty yeah. That's my fault. She was like, it's 4 meters. She was like, it's 3 meters, 3 meters, and 2 meters. Right, so the kitchen back there. I managed to get 4 sides of 2 meters.
Alright, I'm here for you now, and we shouldn't have any more distractions, I hope. I'm just going to ignore the door because I've not arranged for people to come here today, and it's been a nightmare. Friggin' night. Okay, it's just not the right day, you know. It's dark room, you know. No. I'm not one of them people that put makeup on. I apologise if I look a bit dry. I haven't even moisturised today. Oh, right. Now, I don't know what you feel, but I'm not going to go through all the district address and all that and Mr. You know. I'm just going to go right into the testimony, but I'm going to show you anyway from the beginning, just so you realise. I have also it on a PDF. I'm going to do a separate video and put that on, and possibly sort of do a Patreon where that's a couple of quotes, you know. Have it yourself, you know. I'm not greedy like that, yeah. I just won't be selling it for a couple of quid if people are just going to be sneaky about it, yeah. But me subscribers, yeah, of course. Things you have to do. So it's the United States District Court in Southern District of New York, aka Puffy, Honorable Aaron Subramanian, the judge, Your Honor, District Judge. Appearance, J. Clayton. Intern, United States Attorney for Southern District of New York. Madison R. Smize. Why are people with strange fucking names? Smizer? Gosh, poor woman. Right. Mitzi Steiner and Marie Slavic. These are the prosecution judges, by the way, I think. District reporter, PC. So you're just realising this is it, really, it's what you expect. So she says, "Good morning, Miss Bongolan, called as a witness by the government, having been duly sworn to testify as follows. Deputy Clerk, can I please have you give the next thing answer? Yes, Banner. Call first and last name and spell your first and last. Question, how old are you? 33. Witness, yes, my first name is Bryana, and my question, what is your profession? Last name is Bongolan. It is Bryna. She's very confused. And then Bongolan. Court, Miss Smizer, you may proceed when ready. Miss Smizer, thank you, Your Honour. Direct examination by Miss Smizer. You mentioned your name was Bryana. Do you go by any other names? The Southern District Reporters, PC. Answer, I'm a creative marketing director for my own art. And she's asking her what is she mentioned by any other names? And I'm not missing any lines. This is how she's talking. Answer, I am creative marketing director for my own art. Question, what kinds of work do you do for your art agency? Answer, everything from like package design to fashion design to question, how long have you been doing design work? Answer, for about 16 years. Question, do you recognize this person? Yes. Direct, who is it? Mr. Combs. Do you know Sean Combs by any other name? Puff. I want to direct your attention to the late September 2016. And then says marketing. I don't know why it's doing this, but it's the way I'm not sure what's going on here. I'd rather read it on the PDF, to be honest. Just give me a second. Don't worry, I'll be speeding this up at another point as well, so don't worry about catching this live. I'm not going to just have this live. I'm going to be doing a separate video to speed it up a bit because I do take all fucking day. So, sorry, I want to get monetized. Bloody hell, I can't stop swearing. That's what it is. Try so hard, right? Oh. Okay. That makes no happiness. It's a fit. Hang on. Here we go. Right, it's the way she's talking, perhaps. I have no idea, but I'm going to have a little look on just to check it all. Around that time, did you have any interaction with Mr. Combs? 18. Balcony. How so? It doesn't make any sense. Right, okay. I'm just going to read from a PDF. See, I can't. Okay, guys. That was too hard. Okay. Right, that's what we want. Right, I have till about 2:30. Right, you're pissing me right off now. Right, guys, they're doing that every time I want to scroll down. I don't know what this means. Don't need the tab. Okay, it's not what I expected that. Open with Google Docs. Isn't that what I did before? Yes. Because it wasn't before. Unless that's before. Give me a second, sorry guys. I want to waste my damn time. I might have to go back offline. I'm sorry about this. Hang on. Damn you. Okay, let's get back to it. I'm going to start from the beginning because that was a mess. She asks, Can I please have you give the court your first name and last name? The witness, yes, my first name is Bryana and my last name is Bongolan. The court, Mr. Miser, when ready. Mr. Miser, thank you, Your Honour. Direct examination in process by Mr. Miser. Good morning, Miss Bongola. You mentioned your name was Bryana. Do you go by any other names? Yes, Banner. How old are you? I'm 30 years old. I should have read it before. Okay. What is your profession? I'm a creative and marketing director for my own art agency. What kind of work do you do for our agency? Everything from like package design to fashion design, to marketing. Question, how long have you been doing design work? For about 16 years, Mr. Miser. Miss Gavin, could you please pull up what's in evidence in the government exhibit 2A101? Question, do you recognise this person? Yes. Who is it? Sean Combs. Do you know Sean Combs by any other names, Puff? I want to direct your attention to late September 2016. Around that time, did you have any interaction with Mr. Combs? Yes. I'm just going to double check you can see this, because sometimes it says that you can, but I'm just warming up, guys, yeah? I'm just not the sort of tech person people think. Okay, I'm watching myself there. It's very freaky. Okay. Where was I? It's not allowing me. Things you have to do. I have to put signature on everything. Do you know, I wanted to direct your attention to September 2016. Around that time, did you have any interactions with Mr. Combs? What did Mr. Combs do to you? She said yes, sorry. And she said, what did Mr. Combs do to you? I was held over a 17-story balcony. What did Mr. Combs do after he held you up on the 17th story balcony? He, answer, threw me onto the balcony furniture. Question, and were you injured? Answer, yes. Question, how so? I had a bruise on my back of my leg and back and neck pain. Question, did you have any mental effects from it? Yes, I have like night terrors and paranoia, and I like scream in my sleep at times. Question: Where are you? We are going to talk more about that later in your testimony, Mr. Miser. First, Miss Gavin, could you please pull up what's in evidence in the government exhibit 2A 401? Do you recognise the person depicted here? Yes. Who is this? Cassie Ventura. And do you know Miss Ventura by any other names? Answer: yes, Cassie and Cass. And how do you know Cassie? She's one of my close friends. Are you still friends today? Yes, Mr. Miser. You can take that down, Miss Gavin. Question: when did you first cross paths with Cassie? Probably around 2023 and 2024 at a company called Young and Reckless. Irony. Question: okay, you said 2023, 2024. Do you mean? Sorry, why don't you clarify what you mean? I'm so sorry. It's 2013 and 2014. So she knew Cassie for about 3 years at that point when he threw her over the balcony. And let's face it, he did throw her over. If he's picking her up to go like that. See, it's very serious. A 17-story balcony. Wow. I'd be shitting myself if I was him hanging someone over a balcony that high up. And you mentioned that was at Young and Reckless. Yes, that's where she met Cassie. What is Young and Reckless? A streetwear company. Were you working there at the time? Yes. In what role? As a graphic designer. Did you have any personal interaction with Cassie while you were at Young and Reckless? No. Question: did there come a time when you did interact personally with Cassie? Answer: yes. Question: approximately when was that? Answer: around 2014 and 2013. 15. So she'd worked there for about a year before she met Cassie. Question: and what were the circumstances of those first interactions with Cassie? It was at a company called Diamond Supply & Co. Question: what is Diamond Supply Co.? Another streetwear company. Wow. What did you do at Diamond Supply & Co.? Answer: I was the head women's designer. Wow. That's a big position, isn't it? See, that's the thing, folks, these girls were young. How did Cassie come into the picture here? We hired her as the co-design, the co-designer, she says. Question: so what did you do with Cassie at Diamond Supply? My job was to pull out designs and her thoughts in her head to create clothing collections with her. Question. So they worked as together, close. When you first met Cassie, was she in a relationship with anyone? Answer yes. Question. With whom? Mr. Combs. Question. Did you meet Cassie or Mr. Combs first? Answer. Cassie. And from what you saw, how would you describe their relationship? Answer. Volatile. What do you mean by that? Like a lot of ups and downs. At some point, did your relationship with Cassie become a personal one and not just a professional one? Yes. How long after meeting Cassie did you meet Mr. Combs? About a year. So 2015. Why did you not meet him earlier than that? I just didn't. I wasn't really fond of what I was like seeing, so I wasn't really wanting to meet him right away. Okay. I'm just going to put more signatures on my things. Hang on. Don't know why I'm doing it, because someone will come along and probably freaking capture it straight away. I'm sorry I'm breaking the flow a bit here. I'll cut all this out when I do the video properly. I'm not going to skip any, promise. What do you mean by that? Like a lot of ups and downs. At some point, did your relationship with Cassie become a personal one and not just a professional one? Yes. About how long after meeting Cassie did you meet Mr. Combs? About a year. Why did you not meet him earlier than that? I just didn't. Oh, yeah. And just generally, what had you seen? Just like phone calls, like she seemed upset or like a black eye? Wow. After you've known her? Wow. She must have got quite close to her. Maybe she needed a friend. Question. So who seemed upset on the phone? Answer. Cassie. Who did you understand she was talking to? Answer. Puff. And who had a black eye? Cassie. We'll talk more about that black eye later in your testimony. Why did you finally agree to meet Mr. Combs? Answer. She basically kind of like begged me. Question. Who begged you? Cassie. Why did you think something was up with their relationship? What freak he is. And after meeting Mr. Combs, how often did you see him with Cassie? Sporadically. Did you do any design work for Mr. Combs? Yes. Question. Approximately how many occasions? Just a few. Question. I want to talk more, Mrs. Bongolan, about the time you were spending with Cassie. Where would you two typically hang out? Her apartment in Los Angeles. Question. Where was her apartment in Los Angeles? Was it on a particular street in Los Angeles? Comstock. Where was Mr. Combs living at the time? I believe Mapleton. Miss Westmoreland. Objection, speculation. The court, Mr. Miser, if you want to ask some question to lay a foundation, question, were you aware of where Mr. Combs was living at the time? Answer, not right away. Did there come a point in time where you learned where Mr. Combs lived? Yes. How did you know where he was living? I got invited there, and so where was Mr. Combs living at the time? Mapleton, I believe it was like Beverly Hills. And where was Cassie Comstock apartment in relation to Mr. Combs' Mapleton home? Pretty close by. What kind of things would you and Cassie do when you were hanging out at her home? We would work on our designs. We would talk about things we liked doing and get high. Question, so you would do drugs? Yes. What kind of drugs would you and Cassie do together? Answer, a lot of marijuana, especially cocaine, ketamine, stuff like that. And how, if at all, did your drug use with Cassie change over time? Answer, it definitely created like a habit. Question, would any other friends regularly hang out with you and Cassie? Yes. And who are those people? Excuse me a minute, please. Dolly tobacco, by the way, it's not hashish or anything. Forgot to put that on. Do you know what? I don't know why I'm bothering doing this. I could do it later. Would any other friends regularly hang out with you and Cassie? Yes. And who are those people? In the beginning, there was like Mia, and then if Carrie was in town, Carrie would be there. Deontay and Rob Holiday. I don't know who Rob Holiday is. I'm sure he did a BBC interview. He's apparently testified as well. Right now, let's get his dates when he last was there. Because you actually need the date for the testimonies. No, to order them. So I want to talk a little bit more about Rob Holiday. When did you first meet Rob? A while ago, even before Cassie. And what is his profession? He's a producer. What was your relationship? He was one of my best friends. We'll come back to Rob later. Freaking hell, what are you going to talk about? In the meantime, she's just... there times when you and Cassie were hanging out that you went shopping? Yes. Okay. Girl's gotta go shopping. I don't know. Miss Gavin, could you please display for the witness in the court and the parties what's been marked as identification as Government Exhibit 3S106? Question, Miss Bongolan, do you recognise this? Yes. What is it? It's a picture from shopping together at a place called church. How do you know that? Because I took the picture. Is it a fair and accurate representation of you and Cassie on a shopping trip together? Yes. I'm not sure what type of picture it was, I'm not getting that. We secret all of the evidence separate, Might find if someone's fair with me to swap me, test me for this one. I'm happy to do that. Because I believe this one's spicy. I was a bit bored by Cassie, to be honest. She's just so calm, I suppose. It's like a nature. Because I took the picture, is this a fair? Yeah. Miss Samaza, Your Honour, the government offers a government exhibit at 3S106. Miss Westmoreland, no objection. The court. 3S106 will be admitted. Court Exhibit 3S106 received in evidence. Miss Samaza, Miss Gavin, would you please publish this for the jury? Question, Miss Bongolan, could you tell the jury who is this photograph? Cassie and myself. Approximately when was this taken? Early 2016. And the date on this photograph is April 30th, 2016. Was it a time around that time? Yes. Question, what were you and Cassie doing this day? Getting nails done, going shopping, stuff like that. Continues to the next page now. Was Mr. Combs with you? No. Are you aware of any communications between Mr. Combs and Cassie during the shopping trip? Yes. How do you know about this communication? Cassie showed me. What was the general nature of the communication where she was? And what, if anything, did Mr. Combs say about Cassie, where Cassie was? It had listed all the places we had been to. Question, Mr. Combs sent a list of all the places you and Cassie had been to. Miss Garagos, objection. The court, the question needs to be rephrased. Question, just repeat again exactly what Mr. Combs sent to Cassie. Jesus, he's really helping the prosecution here, isn't he? I'm going to put this on private, by the way, so only my subscribers can see it after this live. Because I'm not really keen on creators on the Diddy case. Actually, on most things, I'm antisocial. But I think that's fucking electrocuting me. Oh my fucking word. One. That's got a volt in it. What the fuck? What's that? One, two. I hope you can hear me anyway, but there's like a vibration in that. I don't know why. Oh, no idea. I've got like asbestos hands that are like, sorry. This is why I don't look at the chat, because I get a lot of, people rushing to read things. I'm not going to do that. This is for free. You can take your time over it, read it at your own leisure. Oh, come to my Patreon account and buy it. By Mr. Miser continued. Question, was Mr. Combs with you now? Are you aware? Oh, yeah, right. Okay, girls. As far as you're aware, had either you or Cassie told Mr. Combs where you were that afternoon? No. How did it make you feel when you got that list of the places? Miss Westmoreland, objection. The court overruled. Oh man, wow, he really knows where we are at. Question, and what did you and Cassie do after you got this list from Combs? We went home shortly to her place. Miss Samar said, you can take that down. Miss Gavin, question, were there times that you stayed over at Cassie's apartment? Answer, yes. How often? Pretty often. Where would you sleep when you stayed with Cassie? Anywhere from the couch to the balcony or her bed? That's what friends do, don't they? Even if she's, gay. What typically would you come over in the middle of the night? What did Mr. Combs do when he would come over in the middle of the night? He would bang on the door. How loudly? Pretty loud. Question, would he get inside the apartment? Yes. How? Honestly, I don't know. Question, how did Cassie react when Mr. Combs would come over in the middle of the night and bang on the door? Answer, sometimes surprised and sometimes it just seemed like it was normal. Question, did you ever witness violence between Mr. Combs and Cassie when Mr. Combs came over in the middle of the night? Yes. Question, once or more than once? Answer, I can only really remember one time. Question, so let's talk about that time. Do you remember when that was? I don't remember the time. What were you doing before Mr. Combs got to the apartment? I was sleeping. Question, did there come a time when you were woken up? Yes. How were you woke? By banging. And who was banging? Puff was banging the door. Where was Cassie at the time? In her room. What, if anything, did Cassie do in response to the banging? Answer, came out of her bedroom. Question, did Mr. Combs get into the apartment? Yes. And question, do you know how? No. Question, what, if anything, was Mr. Combs saying when he got into the apartment? Answer, I don't know what he was saying. Question, what was his tone of voice? Upset. Question, and after Mr. Combs got into the apartment, what do you remember him doing? Answer, I just remember seeing a knife get thrown in her direction. Question, and where, from what direction did the knife come? Answer, he was standing by the entry door. Question, okay, so was the knife thrown from the entry door? Miss Westmoreland, objection. Court, that's overruled. You can answer. The he threw the knife in Cassie's direction. Question, and where was Cassie at the time that Mr. Combs threw the knife? Away. Here's you. See, the thing is with Puffy, you see him for who he is, but with a lot of these people, they're very good at charming the fucking pants off folk, you know? He charmed her with money and groomed her, you know? I'm not having, I don't know. I just find him a little bit odd, you know? And I'm not going to go into it, but I've met all kinds of strange guys, right? And that is electrocuting me, you know. He has definitely got a warped sexuality, due to his curiosity with his preferences. He's not been able to fully get there with victim, and I think he did with his wife, Kim. You know, I'm not sure if he was married to Kim actually. Don't hold me to that, but I just find it odd, you know, that he didn't just settle down with a guy, you know. I mean, he likes controlling women. That's the awful truth, you know. And these women do whatever for it, and it's upsetting, sad, it's deprived. And after Mr. Combs got into the apartment, what do you remember him doing? I just remember seeing the knife get thrown in her direction. Hang on, we wrote to question answer 23. The he threw the knife in Cassie's direction. Question, and where was Cassie at the time Mr. Combs threw the knife? In the hallway that leads to her room. Question, how close was that to where Mr. Combs was standing? I would say pretty close. How did Cassie react when the knife was thrown in her direction? Answer, she threw the knife back. And did the knife hit Mr. Combs? No. Do you remember how this incident ended? He left swiftly. Question, who left swiftly? Puff. Question, were you doing drugs at the time? I don't remember. Do you remember all the details of this incident? No. Did you call the police? No. Why not? Because I was scared. Why were you scared? I was just scared of Puff. And why were you scared of Mr. Combs at this time? Answer, everything I was seeing. Do the things that you described from this night, Mr. Combs throwing the knife, do those stick out in your mind? Answer, yes. Sorry, I'm distracted because I know someone's knocking at my door and I don't want them to. Answer, yes. Probably can hear me over the microphone. Hope so. Did you see any injuries on Cassie this night? No. Were there any other times you saw injuries on her? Yes. What was Cassie doing the first time you saw an injury on her? She was FaceTiming me. And what was she doing on the FaceTime? I believe she was about to get ready for makeup. Question, makeup for what? Answer, to get ready for a movie premiere. What movie premiere? The Perfect Match. Question, so you were communicating with her over FaceTime? Answer, yes. What did you see on FaceTime? Answer, she just panned from one side of her face to the other. Question, Cassie did? Yes. Question, and what did you see when Cassie panned from one side of her face to the other? Her black eye. Awful. I was a little quiet and I remember saying, I'm sorry. What, if anything, did Cassie do in response? She was also pretty quiet. Was this the only time you saw injuries on Cassie? No. I'm gonna I was a little quiet and I remember saying, I'm sorry. Question, what if anything did Cassie do in response? She was also pretty upset. Pretty quiet. Question, was this the only time you saw injuries on Cassie? No. What other kinds of injuries did you see? Answer, just bruises randomly. Miss Bangolan, next I want to direct your attention to me of Cassie's birthday parties. Did you attend her 29th birthday party? Yes. Question, where was the party? At the place called the Blind Dragon. Question, what is the Blind Dragon? It is a karaoke nightclub. Question, in what city? It's in West Hollywood. Question, who were some of the people who were at the party? Answer, I know that Deontay was there, Tiffany Red, Puff, security guards, and maybe Cassie if she was in town. But she just said it was her birthday party. Question, did you see any interactions between Cassie and Mr. Combs at the karaoke bar? Yes. Were they getting along? At the beginning. I imagine they did go along at the beginning, do you know what I mean? Did that change? Yes. What did you observe? They were fighting. Question, who was with them at the time? Just them and the security guards. Question, did you see Cassie during this fight? When I couldn't see a lot, but in between the security guards occasionally. Question, and how did Cassie appear from what you could see? Answer, she just seemed upset. Question, where did you go after the karaoke bar? To her apartment in Costock. To whose apartment? Cassie's. What, if anything, did Cassie do at her apartment? She was just getting ready with Deontay to leave. And what were she and Deontay going? Just packing her bag. What did Cassie do after bag was packed? She left. Did you see where she went? I did not see where she went. Miss Bongolan, before we move on, did you receive a subpoena requiring you to testify at this trial? Answer, yes. And is there also an order compelling you to testify even though your testimony might incriminate yourself? Yes. She reminded us. Gosh. It's always to be subtle. I don't get it with people, lying in court. You're just going to trip up. You got a good defense. I'm going to take a break for half an hour, and then I'll come back online. I'm going to try and get through this as much as I can with you. So we're up to. I'm going to be back on later. Don't worry. I've just got to go and pick my daughter up, and my landlord's coming. I've just got a text, and it's a pain in the ass. I know. I really wanted to do this in one go, but it's a long testimony. It's 116 pages. Please come back, and yeah, thanks for joining me. I don't think anybody's even watching. That's how pathetic it is. No one cares.